Well, today I'm going to talk to you about global trends, their impact on us. And I want to, I know when Brian started, he said, everything was subject to change. I would say that in my presentation, everything is subject to change daily. If we talk tomorrow, there'd be a different slides. So we'll see if we can make this move forward. Some trends this month, global purchasing manager indexes are up. We'll talk a bit about the ports, of course. EU countries are seeing very high COVID cases due to non-vaccinations. Business travel to the US reopens after almost 2 years, which is a huge plus for business. And then we'll take a look at US and British consumer price changes and a few other little things and end up with my cartoons. So this was from the Visual Capitalist. Can you see the chart there, Bill? The 540,000 and the 18.
Beautiful.
This is almost a month ago now, but this was an interesting article or infogram in that they're saying that one of the reasons why the ports are so busy is because of the very large increase in US e-commerce during 2020. Because people were, couldn't go to stores or didn't go to stores. And of course, now that means everybody ordered, and now the orders are trying to get to the West Coast.
Right.
Look at that, 18,000 containers loaded a day, 540,000 sitting out there. This was November 2. As of Monday, there were 86 ships offshore. As of Monday. This is one of my favorite charts. This is from a site called marinetraffic.com. Green are cargo ships. Now, this is ships that report by satellite. Okay, so these are documented ships. Green cargo, red tankers, orange large fishing vessels, blue cruise ships. Things are pretty busy, but notice here up in the northwest how all these ships are coming across and then into our little ports. Okay, so there's where our little challenge is. But the activity is worldwide. Okay, it's very busy. Even up in here, which is all fishing vessels, but you'll notice an immense amount of tankers and cargo ships. This gives you an idea. These are only the ones that are tracked by transponders, by the way. And then just recently, Bloomberg came out with this, the backup waiting for ships in the LA Long Beach ports. As I said, it was 86 on Monday. And then containers stuck on the dock. Of course, once you get them off, you got to do something with them. And we've got more containers stuck on the docks than we've ever had. But we're working through it. This is a positive thing. McKinsey came out with this purchasing manager index. Brian mentioned that the PMIs were positive. This is for manufacturing over the last couple of months. By and large, they're positive. China's are flat, and actually this next month we will see it go down to about 48, 47. That's due to internal challenges, largely due to COVID shutdowns, and what the rest of the world is looking okay. Over 50 is good. So unemployment is generally falling, but we've got a shortage of which we'll find out in just a minute. Now, I'm not actually supposed to be here today. I'm supposed to be in Frankfurt, Germany. And I was going to do this by Zoom call, which I'm doing it now, but I'm in my home office. But on Monday, all of my meetings in Frankfurt, business meetings, got canceled due to COVID. And so you can see here what's happening. The darker the country, the more cases per 100,000 people in the last week. This is number 24. Look at Europe in here. It's pretty grim. And of course, there's Germany right in there that I was supposed to be in, but everybody said, we don't want to meet in person, we'll meet by Zoom. So we've moved my trip to the spring when everybody hopes the winter COVID be over with and more vaccinations will occur. But Europe is a real hot spot right now. as you can see. And that's not good for us business people who are trying to travel and go places. This is very good news. On November 8th, you may have heard that the United States allowed people to come from other countries than Canada and Mexico. And on November 8th in the morning, this is a famous picture now, Virgin Atlantic and British Airways, first flights in almost 20 months to the East Coast of the US, took off at exactly the same time, 600 days after between flights, which is very, very good for the world and far as us business travelers is concerned. And taking off at the same time was very much coordinated. So everybody's excited about that. Planes are pretty full. This is from this week's issue of the Economist magazine. Look at inflation in the US, the European Union down here, and then the UK. And what's important about this is, this isn't a surprise given what Brian told us, but it's happening all over the place. Inflation is for the same reasons: higher energy costs, supply chain shortages, and what we see is tight labor markets everywhere. It's not just a US thing. Although some people think it is, it's not. Let's go to the next. Hopefully I've got my slide. There we go. Okay. Now, this is a really important one. This ties into some of Brian's comments about not intellectual property, but IT and computing and that sort of thing. The Southeast Asia, which is where we're seeing the most middle-class consumers, new middle-class consumers in the world these days, their economy, their e-commerce economy is growing, and you can see where online boom is expected. Here's where it was in 2019, and look where it is in 2021, which is massive change. It grew 49% in 21 alone. I mean, that's just utterly amazing. And now my last comment is a couple of cartoons. I couldn't find any elephants this month, so I found cartoons. The one on the left is interesting. Manufacturing takes place in all these places. And what do? We borrow the money to be the customer. And then we all know about your company must be huge, because I was speaking to someone in India. Yeah, well, of course, we know what that means. So a little bit of hilarity to end the international presentation, Bill.